The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Mark.
Glory to you, O Lord.
James and John, the sons of Zebedee, came to Jesus and said to him, "Teacher, we want you to do for us whatever we ask of you." He replied, "What do you wish me to do for you?" They answered him, "Grant that in your glory we may sit, one at your right and the other at your left." Jesus said to them, "You do not know what you are asking. Can you drink the cup that I drink, or be baptized with the baptism with which I am baptized?" They said to him, "We can." And Jesus said to them, "The cup that I drink, you will drink, and the baptism with which I am baptized, you will be baptized. But to sit at my right or my left is not mine to give, but is for those for whom it has been prepared." When the 10 heard this, they became indignant at James and John. Jesus summoned them and said to them, "You know that those who are recognized as rulers over the Gentiles lord it over them, and their great ones make their authority over them felt. But it shall not be so among you. Rather, whoever wishes to be great among you will be your servant. Whoever wishes to be first among you will be the slave of all. For the Son of Man did not come to be served, but to serve, and to give his life as a ransom for many." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
The world speaks about being great, and you get to be great by winning in today's world. Every achievement makes you the best. James and John, and let's keep in mind this is pre-Pentecost, okay? Pentecost changes everything for the disciples, the gift of the Holy Spirit. They had no idea what they were even asking. They desired the wrong things. Is this not a reflection on our own prayers? What are we praying for? How often do we ask for the wrong thing? Like so many others at this time, the two brothers were still thinking Jesus would set up this earthly kingdom of power and glory. And to sit next to the king, that was the best spot of honor. You had all the pleasure of power, but none of the responsibility. To sit next to the king, it was the best. So James and John, they wanted to be number one, number two in Jesus' kingdom. And the anger of the other 10 apostles tells me they were looking for that for themselves. They weren't indignant because of the ambition of James and John. They were indignant because they thought of it first, and they were jealous because they beat them to it. Jesus works with a different definition, right, of greatness. When he says, instead, whoever wants to become great among you must be the servant and the slave of all. You see, the world says you're great if people pay attention to you and if they serve you. But Jesus, he turns it around, and that's why it's so counterintuitive. What makes a person great in the eyes of the kingdom, in God's eyes, is being the least, is doing what is best for the other, not for ourselves. How often am I praying for stuff for me? It's about giving help and attention to others. That's what we do. About how many people I can serve. A slave is a person who does what someone else needs to be done. To be great in God's kingdom means putting what God says is best above my old, selfish, sinful ego and wants. What makes you great? Really, the answer is who makes you great, right? Who makes you great? If you depend on the world, you might be able to make yourself great. I've seen some politicians who have attempted it. I've tried it, but it never worked well for me. Or you let Jesus make you great. And what that greatness will be, it will be according to the logic of God and the kingdom, not the world. I can assure you that in the eyes of the world, you will be seen as least. And that's okay. That's all right. It means you're on the right road. Jesus served us with his life to give us a place among the great and holy people of God now and forever. Today, let us commit ourselves to some action of humble service, something perhaps we haven't done before, a token gesture in homage to today's gospel. And the Holy Spirit will show you an opportunity to be the least, to serve, if we can see that with an open heart. Lord, please show me where I might serve you well today.